All right, so the flow for today is definitely going to be a bit more of a side body and twisting flow here. We're going to take things towards side crow as we go through. So a lot of lateral movement, extending one side to the next, a lot of crosswise movement back and forth. So just be aware of that as we go through different poses today. All that said, I got two demonstrations before we begin. The first one's going to be side crow. So what's going to happen at the end of each sequence, once we get into the main part of the flow, is you're going to bring yourself to the front of the mat. You're going to come down. You'll be in a toe squat, which basically means you're on your toes, heels lifted, legs together. And from here, you're going to move this into a twist. So from here, I'll tell you which way to go, but I'm going to turn my knees over to my left side right now and keep my chest squared toward the front of the mat. So you want to keep your shoulders forward as best you can. Now, at least come into the twist, even if you don't want the full arm balance here. The twist is what we're after. The balance and the fancy pose and all that are secondary, keep in mind. So from here, my right hand's going to stay down. I'm going to inhale my left arm high. With the exhale, bring the elbow down into the thigh and press into that as much as you can. Lengthen out your spine. Open your chest toward the front as far as you can go. And if this is all you want, then just hold this for about 4 or 5 breaths and then go ahead and take it through the vinyasa. Now, if you want to take this into balancing, keep that twist and set your hand down. Bring it in close. Set the palm down flat. Set the second hand down in line with the first. Where it goes exactly is up to you. Depends on how far you can twist and how long your limbs are, basically. I've got really long arms, so I can put my second hand in a bunch of different places, but you're going to at least be balancing this on one elbow. So from here, dig your fingertips down, start to look forward, start to lean. You'll probably have to lift your hips up a little bit, keep in mind. Let the shoulders go forward, bend the elbows straight back toward you, and then let the feet just lift. This is all just physics here, just using the leverage to come forward. Now, if you come forward and your face is down on the floor, it's because you're not extending. You got to try to look forward, pull your chest forward to keep that lift. And you can take this version where the legs are just bent in together. You can extend both legs to one side. You can scissor this out. There's a bunch of ways to play around with this. So just take this into whatever variation you like. We'll move to the vinyasa from there. You can step it back. You can fly it back. You can get flashy. There's always a bunch of different ways to challenge yourself. So just work that as far as you want to go today. That's at the end of the sequence. Now at the beginning of the sequence, we are going to take this into a horizon lunge. So you're going to start this in a low lunge. And again, my left foot's going to be forward. My right foot's going to be back. I'm going to twist open to my left side. So it's just a sideways facing lunge. My right hand's my base. I'll roll to the outside edge of the right foot and slide the left foot back so I can set it down flat. Keep that foot grounded. Let your hips sink down. Reach your free arm toward the back of the mat, and then we'll just take this vertically here, straight up and down. So with an inhale, you're going to reach up and over, lift your hips. And then with the exhale, sink back down. We'll take it back and forth like that a few times, and then we'll hold. And I want you to keep everything open toward the side. You should be able to look up toward the ceiling. You're not trying to spiral and face your chest toward the floor, keep in mind. If you want to take things even further, and this will feel odd, you can step into that front foot and try to lift that back leg up off the floor, which is definitely going to wake you up a little bit if you're not used to using your thighs a whole lot. After we're done with that, we'll just turn back to center, come into low lunge, and work things from there and move through the rest of the flow. So just keep that in mind. So to begin, bring yourself up to the front of the mat, and we're going to start the standing today. And once you come up, just look down, see your feet are about hips-width distance apart. Angle the big toes in towards center at least a little bit. And then as you look down, lift all 10 toes up off the floor as high as you can. Spread the toes out wide. And then bring the toes down, but set them down one by one. Try to keep them spread like this. Now bring your weight back toward your heels as far as you can. And then bring your weight forward onto the toes as your toes grip the floor. And then settle yourself somewhere in between. Now, hold on to the tension of your pose here. So keep the thighs tense, draw your kneecaps up. Keep some tension through the glutes. And then through your midsection, in your belly, around your lower ribs like you're cinching a belt. But then relax the shoulders, let your arms hang down at your sides. Stay tall through your spine. Reach the top of your head toward the ceiling. Bring your chin in just a little bit. And just close your eyes. So just give yourself a moment to settle in like this. Let your mind quiet down. And then just take a moment to scan your position with your eyes closed. So feel your balance settled somewhere between the toes and heels. And then hold the tension that keeps you upright through the thighs, the glutes, around your middle. Be sure the shoulders stay relaxed. And then start to deepen your breathing. With your inhales, pull in as much air as you can. Try to fill up your lungs and hold on to all that breath at the top. When you exhale, constrict the back of your throat. So slow your breath down on the way back out. And just work to make your exhales last at least as long as your inhales as you breathe. Now when you're ready, take a deep inhale. And then when you exhale, just open your eyes. And then just take things slow to begin. With your next inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale, reaches up high. Exhale, hands through center. Inhale, arms up high. Now with the exhale, bring the hands to center. And then bring your hands to your low back. Palms open, fingers spread wide. Pull the shoulders back. Keep your elbows wide. And we'll start taking this from one side to the next. So with your neck, actually put your weight to the left foot. This is what I want to do. Step your right foot back and across, not too close. And then with an inhale, reach your right arm straight up. And with the exhale, just lean this left gaze up high. Inhale, bring yourself back upright. Exhale, reach and lean to the left again. Inhale, come back up. And then with the exhale, lean left one more time. Now hold here. Stretch the right arm left. Pull your left shoulder back. Try to focus weight on the right foot. And put a little bit deeper bend in the left knee if you can. And then with your next inhale, bring this all the way up. And bring the right hand down behind your back. Step the right foot next to the left, feet side by side. And then step your left foot back and across. Again, not too close here. And just feel this out so you can balance it. With your next inhale, reach your left arm straight up. And then with the exhale, reach and lean over to the right. Inhale, back up the vertical. Exhale, lean this right again. Inhale, bring yourself back upright. And then with the exhale, lean right one more time. Hold here. Stretch your left arm long. Pull the right shoulder back. Try to focus the weight on your left foot. And just keep breathing. Keep looking up. With your next inhale, come back upright. And then both hands behind your back, feet side by side. And we'll take this side to side still, but we're going to take it down low. So I want you to put your weight to the left foot. Now step the right foot back and across. Step it long this time. Right hand comes to the floor. And just take it slow. So go ahead, touch this down. Touch your belly to your left thigh. Stay low for a moment. Left shoulder high. And then press strongly to the left foot. Come back to center. Feet side by side, hands behind. Put the weight to the right foot, left foot back and across. Bring the left hand down, sink into the right leg, touch your belly to the right thigh, keep the right shoulder high. And then press into that right foot, come back to center. Over to the left foot, right foot back and across, maybe step it longer. Right hand down, belly to your left thigh, left shoulder high. Press into your left foot, come back to center here. And then weight to the right foot, left foot back and across, maybe step longer. Left hand down, belly to your right thigh, keep the right shoulder lifted. And then press into your right foot and come back to center. One more round. Onto your left foot back and across, step it long. Bring the right hand down, left shoulder high, belly to your left thigh, come down low. And then see about taking it further. Stay low like this. Maybe lift the right foot, touch the knee to your left leg. And then try to keep that foot lifted for a moment here. Press strongly to the left foot, come back to vertical, and then feet side by side. Bring your weight to the right foot, left foot back and across, step it back long. Left hand comes down, belly to your right thigh, right shoulder stays high. And then try to stay low here. Focus weight on the right foot, maybe lift the left and bring the left knee to the right leg. And then press strongly to the right foot, come all the way back up, feet side by side, and hands still behind your back. Now I'm just turning for the camera here. Just keep the feet about hips width distance apart. Shoulders pulled back, keep your chest open, press into your toes, and then lift your heels up off the floor. Now keep the heels lifted, squeeze the legs in toward each other, and then go slow. Keep your torso upright, shoulders back, bend your knees, and start to sink your hips down to about halfway, so more or less a 90-degree bend in the knees. And then come all the way back up, and just set your heels down for a moment. Again, put the weight to your toes, bring your heels up high. Now bend your knees, start to sink down, go slow, just taking it down toward halfway. And then bring yourself back up again, and set the heels down. One more time, toes to the floor, heels up high, hold here, keep your shoulders pulled back. Now go slow, bend your knees, shoulders pulled back, bring your hips down about halfway and just hold here, heels are still lifted. And then release your hands, reach them forward, try to keep your torso upright. And let's take it down the rest of the way. With control, lightly set yourself down on your heels. When you're ready, bring the hands down behind you and just come down to a seat. And then once you're down, just go ahead and fold your knees side to side, stay loose. And then just come back into center. I want to take this into boat. So bring yourself to an upright seat. And then engage your core. Start to lean back to take the weight off your feet. Let the feet hover up off the floor. You can keep them down low if you like, but if you can, bring your shins toward parallel. And just breathe here. Draw the thighs in close. Use that compression, that activation right where the legs actually join to your pelvis. Now I want to move from here and take this back and forth. I want to twist a little bit differently than usual, so go slow for the first round. So from here, lower the left foot behind your right leg. Now roll forward, left shin down, right leg stays lifted. Both hands come down to your left side. Now lift up off the floor, lift your left hip, extend that right leg as long as you can. And then come back down, back to your seat, legs together, back to boat. We'll take that side to side, right foot behind your left leg. Now roll forward, right shin down, left foot still lifted. Both hands to the right side. Now lift your right hip, extend that left leg past the front of the mat. Bring it back down, come back to your seat, and we'll take it at a faster pace. Left foot behind the right leg, roll forward, left shin down, extend the right leg as you twist left. And then come back down and come back to boat. And then right foot behind your left leg, roll forward, right shin down, extend the left leg long as you twist to the right. And bring it back down, come back to center. Left foot behind the right leg, roll forward, left shin down, extend that right leg long. Bring it back down and come back to boat. Right foot behind the left leg, roll forward, right shin down, extend your left leg as long as you can, lift from the hip. And then bring it back down, legs back together. We're going to take one more round. Left foot behind the right leg, roll forward, left shin down, extend that right leg long, hold here. Try to lift the right foot higher. Try to get that leg at least parallel to the floor. And then bring it back down and come back to boat. Other side, right foot behind the left leg, roll forward, right shin down. Extend your left leg long, hold here. Now extend through that left foot. Try to lift that foot higher, bring the leg at least toward parallel. And then come back down and come back to boat. And just hold your balance here, draw the thighs in close, try to sit this up tall. You can hold the legs if you need to, but if you can take it further, maybe extend your legs up higher. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, just release both feet down. Hands behind the shoulders, about shoulder width. Maybe just move around for a moment. But then when you're ready, we're going to set this up for reverse tabletop. So feet in front of you, about hips width distance apart. Hands behind the shoulders, about shoulder width. Palms down, fingertips forward if you can. You can always rotate your fingers to the sides to back off on your wrists. But press into the floor, lift your seat up off the mat. And let's take it up and down. So the inhale, press your hips high. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, lift this up again. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, press it high. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, lift one more time and hold here. Now keep your glutes squeezing, keep your hips lifting. You can look forward, look up, or hang your head back, but keep breathing with this. If you can engage the back of your body further, press into your heels, drag them toward your hands and try to press your hands toward your heels at the same time. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, sink back down. Now take a moment, shake your hands out just a little bit. And then we're going to bring it back up, and this time it'll be one arm at a time. You can always keep both hands down if you need to. But feet in front of your hips width distance still, hands behind the shoulders about shoulder width. Now this time, rotate your fingers to the sides, and then as far back as you can go, both hands, and lift your seat up off the floor. Now we'll take this with the left arm as the base first. So shift your weight to the left hand, keep that left arm straight. Right hand to your chest. Be sure you can lift up and down from the left shoulder without pain. Now when you're ready, with an inhale, press your hips up high, keep that right hand on your chest. And then with the exhale, sink this down. Inhale, lift your hips up again. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press up high and stay up this time. Stay lifted. Now keep the left arm strong. Keep your glutes squeezing. If you want to go further, maybe stretch that right arm long past your head. Keep breathing here. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just come all the way down. Now you can take a moment, shake that left hand out a little bit. Take a breath. And when you're ready, set up for the other side. Feet hips width, hands behind the shoulders, shoulder width. Fingertips to the sides, rotate as far back as you can. And then lift up off the floor. Now put the weight to the right foot, left hand to your chest, straight right arm. Lift and lower from the right shoulder. Be sure there's no pain. And then with an inhale, press your hips up as high as you can. Exhale, come down. Inhale, lift this up again. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, press up high. Now stay lifted here. Keep your glutes squeezing. Keep the right arm strong and straight. And if you want to go further, maybe stretch that left arm past your head. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, bring it all back down. Once you come down, take a moment, shake your hands out a little bit. And then when you're ready, cross at the ankles. Roll forward, your hands find all fours. And once you're in all fours, just take a moment here, move around. Stretch your hands, stretch your fingers, let your shoulders and hips move side to side and just feel things out. And notice where you're loose and where you're tight. And then from all fours, we're going to take this into the wrists right away. So look down at your hands. Keep the palms facing down. Wrists sink the shoulders and knees under your hips. Rotate your hands, fingertips to the side. Try to rotate as far back toward the knees as you can, both hands. Now set your hands down flat. Spread your fingers out wide. Grip your mat. And press your fingertips down with as much tension as you can hold. Press your spine up toward the ceiling. Now let the stretch move up into the forearms from the wrist. This may be enough. If you can take this further, we'll take this into cow and cat breathing. So for that, nice and slow, with an inhale, just drop your belly, pull your chest forward, gaze up high. And then with the exhale, draw back in, round your spine and empty out. Inhale, drop your belly, pull your chest forward, lift your gaze again. And then with the exhale, round and empty as completely as you can. Keep that grip with an inhale, drop your belly, pull your chest forward, look up. Exhale, around and empty out completely and hold here. Keep your spine rounded. Now, if you can take it further, keep gripping the floor. But maybe bend the elbows in toward you. Let your shoulders move forward. You don't have to go too deep here, but you'll feel an additional stretch. Just an option, keep in mind. And then go ahead and release this. Come up onto the fingertips and walk the hands into maybe 1 to 2 hands lengths in front of the knees. Now, with the hands closed, start with most of your weight on your legs, but make your hands into fists. 4 fingers in your palms, thumbs outside. Press the fist down to the floor about shoulder width, and keep your fingers curled in like this. Take it side to side. Bend to the right wrist, come to the back of the right hand, and then bring it back to the knuckles, onto the back of your left hand, and then come back up and just keep switching this out. Now, even when you bring the back of the hand down, keep your fingers curled in, keep the fist clenched. You can always bend your elbows if you need to back off from this, and you probably will. Now, the next time you bring the back of the right hand down, keep it down. Come to the back of the left hand as well. And then press the fists into each other. So the fingers are still curled in. Straighten your arms as much as you can. You're probably not going to straighten all the way, and that's fine, as long as you feel that stretch. And let's take this side to side. So sink down onto your right elbow. And then come back up towards straight arms. Bring it down onto the left elbow. And then come back up and just keep moving like this. Keep your hands pressed together. Try to straighten your arms up just a little bit further each time as you move between each hand or each elbow. And then just give it another round. Try to finish with your left elbow down before you come back to center and just hold here. Press your spine up high, spread the shoulder blades apart, and just breathe. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release. Come up onto the fingertips down to sitting on your heels and take a moment. Shake your hands out. Loosen up your fingers and loosen up your wrists. Now, once the hands are ready, just take a look at your arm. You should be close to the center of your mat. If you're not, go ahead and bring yourself into place. Keep your legs together and your feet together, and then tuck your toes. You want to take this into the toe squat that I showed you at the beginning. So go ahead and walk your hands in, but keep your fingertips down around your spine. Lift your knees up off the floor, and then dig all 10 toes down into the mat. Now, just to feel this out, stretch out the bottoms of your feet. Take it back and forth. Bring your knees down to touch the mat. And then pull back in and around your spine. And just keep moving back and forth like this. And keep gripping the floor with your toes as much as you can. Let that stretch out the soles of the feet. Now, the next time you lift your knees, just bring your thighs up toward parallel with the floor. Now, keep the hands close, but keep your fingertips down and keep your spine rounded here to start. And then we're going to go back and forth. Now, what we're going to do here is extend one leg at a time, straight forward and then straight back. And the rule here is you need to keep your fingertips down. So the temptation is going to be while you pull back to let your leg go out to the side because it's easier, which I get. I want you to work the compression as much as you can. Harder is keeping your hips down lower. And if you need to back off, just lift your hips up higher and come toward a forward fold so that you can get your leg through. Work this as best you can. But pull the right knee toward your chest, round your spine. This is the compression I'm talking about right here. Extend the right leg forward, set the heel down. Now here's the hard part. Pull the thigh in toward your chest, round your spine, and then bring that leg through all the way back. And then come back to center on both heels. Other leg, pull the left knee in round your spine, compress it. Extend the left leg forward, set the heel down. Now draw the thigh into your chest, round again, and then bring that leg through. Try to stay low, but you can always lift your hips up higher. And then come back to center, back to the toe squat. Let's keep it steady. Right leg forward, heel down. Pull through center, extend it behind. And then come back to center, both heels. Left leg forward with the heel on the floor. Pull through center, left leg behind. And then come back to that toe squat. Right leg forward, set the heel down. Pull through center, extend it behind. And then come back to sitting on your heels. Left leg forward, bring the heel down. Pull through center, extend it behind. And then back with both legs together. A couple more rounds. Right leg forward, heel down. Pull through center, extend it behind. And then back to two heels that you're sitting on. Left leg forward with the heel on the floor. Pull through center, come all the way back. And then back to your toe squat again. One more round. Right leg forward with the heel down. Pull through center, extend all the way back. And then come back into center. Left leg forward, heel down. Pull through center all the way behind. And then back to where we started on both heels. Now squeeze your legs together, walk the hands in close, and then bring your torso upright. Hands to heart center, feel your balance, but using the thigh, squeeze the leg toward each other, keep your balance. Now from here, we'll work the twist. So bring the left hand down at your side, inhale the right arm high. And then with the exhale, bring the right elbow past your left thigh. Now press the elbow to the thigh, open up to that twist as far as you can go to this side, keep your spine long. And if you want to get a taste towards side crow, bring the right hand down flat, set the left hand down in line with the right. Now shoulders forward, bend the elbows in toward you, probably lift your hips. And just lean enough to lift that right foot for a moment. We're not going to take it too far. Come back to center. Turn forward. Bring your hands to heart center, find your balance again. Now let's take the other side. Right hand down, inhale your left arm high. With the exhale, find the twist. Left elbow presses to your right thigh. Now lengthen out your spine, open as far right as you can. Let you feel that twist. Now if you want to go further, bring the left palm down. Right hand sets in line with the left. Shoulders go forward, elbows bend in if you want to go further here. And maybe lift your hips and see about leaning enough to lift that left foot for a moment. And then turn back to center. You're still in that toe squat. Bring your torso upright. Hands to heart center. Now keep your core engaged. Work your balance here. Lift up just a little bit. Hips about 1 foot above your heels. Try to keep your torso upright. Keep the legs squeezing together. Come halfway to standing. Now go further, all the way up, straighten your legs, but try to keep your heels up high. And then bring it back down. Stay tall through your spine. Bring it about halfway down and just hold for a moment. Now sink down further. Try to hover about 1 foot above your heels. And then with control, bring this all the way down. And then go ahead and release. Both hands to the floor. Come down into all fours. And take a moment. Shake out your feet a little bit. Loosen things up. Now you can just stay here and breathe. Take another stretch if you like, or just move around. But whenever you're ready, tuck your toes, straighten your legs, lift your hips, and find your downward facing dog. Now once you move in your down dog, just take a moment, paddle out, let your hips move side to side. And then take a look at how you set this up. Hands about shoulder width distance apart, flatten your palms. And ground down to the base of your thumbs, so really see that your hands stay flat. Sink your chest down low, but as your chest sinks down, press your hips up as high as you can toward the ceiling. Reach your hips up high. And let that long reach start to straighten and lengthen everything out through the upper body from the wrist creases through to the hips. Hold tension in your core through the belly and wrapping around the ribs. Now, if you're tight behind the legs, let that go. You can always bend the knees. And if you like, you can just stay loose here. Pedals out and let your hips move side to side. Now, when you're ready, take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees. Look forward and step this to the front of the mat. Let's take a ragdoll fold. So feet about hips width distance apart, deep bend in your knees. Let your belly touch your thighs. Let your head hang. Let your spine round. And let the muscles in your neck relax. Now you can hang your hands down. You can reach to opposite elbows and maybe shake this side to side to loosen further. And then when you're ready, just release any grip that you have. Keep your knees bent to begin, but then restack your spine. So slowly round this up to standing. Bring your head up last. And just open up your palms at your sides. When you're ready here, with an inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands down to heart center. Now take a moment here to breathe, set an intention. Let your mind clear, find your focus. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release your hands. Now with your next inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, slowly fold this forward. Now hinge at the hips, start with a straight spine, put a little bend in your knees. Keep your core engaged, move smoothly, and then just release this to the bottom. Now with an inhale, lift up halfway, fingertips to the floor, to the shins, lengthen forward through the crown of your head. And then with the exhale, bring your hands to the mat. And step this back to high plank. Now find your shape here, wrist into the shoulders, palms press to the floor, press the floor away from you. Press your spine toward the ceiling. Keep that lift between the shoulder blades and hold your body in line, shoulders through hips through heels. When you're ready, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, slowly bring your shoulders forward as the elbows bend. Keep your body in line, elbows pulled into your sides, and lower with control, all the way down onto your belly. Once you're down, flatten the feet out behind you, hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides. We're going to take this up and down through low cobra. So with an inhale, just peel up your head, neck, and chest. Exhale, roll this back down. Inhale, peel up again. Exhale, roll it down. Inhale, peel up one more time. Now just stay lifted like this. Now keep the engagement through the upper body. Keep the lift there. Press down your feet, squeeze your glutes. Elbows at your sides, pull the shoulders back, and see about taking the weight off your hands. Now to take it further, try to lift your shoulders just a little bit higher. And then take an inhale. Exhale, roll this down. Now hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides. Press the palms into the floor. And let's take this to upward facing dog. So with an inhale, straighten your arms. Now pull your chest forward, let your hips hang, stay on the tops of your feet. Keep your legs active, work to lift the knees up from the mat. Take it further, kick your feet down, squeeze your glutes, try to pull the hips forward to lengthen the arc. Lift with the arms, but lift with your shoulders as well. Keep your neck long, keep your chest pulling forward. And then take an inhale. With the exhale, pull your belly and bring your hips up high, back to down dog. Now paddle out for a moment, let your hips move side to side. Now from your downward facing dog, take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to standing arms, reach up high. And with the exhale, settle into chair. Put the weight to your heels, bend your knees, and bring your hips down low. Now as you come into this pose, just pay attention to your stance. Feet within, hips with distance, big toes and knees towards center, belly pull in. Keep your arms reaching, stretch this out long, lift your shoulders toward your ears, but keep your hips low. We're going to take this back and forth, so lift your toes up off the floor, and then roll it forward, bring your heels up high, squeeze the legs toward each other. Set your heels back down. Again, bring it forward, lift your heels, and then set your heels down. One more time forward, heels up high, bring your heels back down. Now you're still in chair, maybe bring the hips down lower, still reach with the fingertips. Vertical twist, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, reach your right arm back, left arm forward, open to the right. Inhale back to center, arms up high. Exhale, twist again, right arm back, left arm forward. Inhale to center, reaches up high. Exhale one more time, right arm back, left arm forward, hold here. Now take a half bind. Right arm behind your back, palm face, we pull that shoulder back. And then hinge from the hips and bring that left arm outside your right leg. Now pull the right shoulder back, gaze up high, maybe sink lower into the hips, keep your legs squeezing toward each other. And if you want to take it further, keep your twist. But maybe lift that left heel. And if you want to take it even further, maybe even hover your left foot. Take an inhale. Exhale, release. Both hands down, left foot steps back, low lunge. From your low lunge to a horizon lunge, your left hand's your base. Roll to the outside edge of the left foot, slide the right foot back. And set it back to where you can set it flat. Right hand reaches toward the back of the mat, let your hips sink low. And let's take it up and down. Inhale, reach up and over, raise your hips. Exhale, sink back down. Inhale, reach and raise again. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, reach and raise one more time, hold here. Now keep stretching that right arm long, gaze up high. If you want to go further, press into that right foot, maybe lift the left foot up off the floor. Take an inhale. With the exhale, turn to center, both hands down, right foot between your hands, low lunge. Now be deliberate with your low lunge here. Look at your feet. Be sure they're on two separate tracks, hips with distance side to side, left heel lifted behind. High lunge from here, hands to hips. With an inhale, bring your torso all the way upright. Now give yourself a moment. Deep end of the right knee, left leg towards straight, left hip forward, right hip back. Keep your spine upright. And then bring your hands behind your head. Interlace your fingers, palms open, elbows wide. Keep your chest open, shoulders pulled back. I'm going to take this into the back leg, so take an inhale here. With the exhale, dip low into that left knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower. Inhale, straighten. Now exhale, lower, and stay low this time. Keep your gaze forward, keep your spine tall. And then we're just going to pulse into that back knee. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on one, hold. And then lean forward to the right foot. And then it's a pyramid stance. Bring that left foot forward about 1 pace behind the right. Now give yourself a moment to settle in. About 3 feet front to back, hips width distance, side to side, still with your hips squared. Both legs straight and both feet flat. Right hip back, left hip forward. The left foot's angled to the side, about 45 degrees or so. Be sure you can keep your hips squared like this. Now take an inhale, draw your shoulders back, bring your gaze up high. And then with the exhale, wrap your arms around your head and curl down. So round the back of your neck, chin to chest. And keep rounding from the upper back, mid back. Pull your belly in as you get to the lumbar spine. Now bend the right knee if you need to, hinge from your hips. And then take it down low. Now your head's going toward the right knee, but touch your belly to the right thigh, whether or not that leg is straight. And then we're going to come back up, reversing that motion. So pull your belly in. And then round from the low back. Restack from the mid back. Upper back, elbows wide, look forward. And then both legs straight. Once you're all the way up, reach your right arm down and your left arm high. Now keep your torso nice and tense. We'll just hinge from the hips. So take an inhale. With the exhale, hinge forward, lead with your chest, and just stay toward halfway down. Maybe up higher, that's fine. You can always bend the right knee. Right hip back, left hip forward. Keep your gaze forward. And then just hold this shape and switch your arms. Right arm forward, left arm back. Switch with the left arm forward. Switch with your right arm forward. Switch again, left arm forward. Switch up with the right arm forward. And then one more time, left arm forward and hold here. Now bend the right knee if you need to, but take a half bind. Right arm behind your back, palm face, and we pull that shoulder back. Left arm goes outside the right leg. Now brace your twist again. Pull the right shoulder back, bring your gaze up toward the ceiling. Torso no lower than parallel with the floor. And hold on to that twist. You can slide that left arm further out past your right leg. Now keep the right hip pulling back, left hip pulling forward. Keep breathing. And if you want to go deeper, you can sweep that right arm forward, reaching past the front of the mat and over your right ear. Now with your next inhale, bring this all the way up, right hands to your hips. And then put the weight to the right foot. Come forward with your left knee high and find your balance. So dig down to the right big toe, slow your breathing down to stay tall through your spine. And then when you're ready, we'll take Dancer with a reverse grip. So line the left knee up with the right. Reach back with your right hand. And find the inside edge of your left foot. Now once you have that grip, just kick in your hand and line the knees up. To take it further, left arm high, palm forward. And then go slow. As you kick into the right hand, lean forward against the tension of the kick. Now pull the right shoulder forward, lift your left knee higher. Just take this as deep as you're able, stay balanced here. And keep your gaze forward as well. Now when you're ready, slowly bring yourself back up, right? Hands to your hips, left knee lifted for just a moment. And then set the left foot down and bring your right knee up high with switching feet. Then dig into the left big toe, keep your gaze forward, stay tall. When you're ready, line the right knee up with the left. Now reach back with your right hand again, Dancer with the regular grip. Take hold of the inside edge of the right foot, kick into your hand, line up the knees. And if you're gonna go further, left arm high with the palm forward. Now kick into that right hand and lean forward against the tension of the kick. Take it slow. Keep your gaze forward, keep your upper body long, draw that right shoulder forward best you can. And just breathe here, take it to the depth that works for you. And then when you're ready, slowly bring this all the way back up, right? Hands to your hips, right knee lifted for a moment. And then set your right foot down. With an inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, hands behind your head again. Interlace the fingers, palms open, elbows wide, keep your shoulders pulled back. Legs together, pressing your toes, lift your heels. And we'll take this all the way down to that toe squat. So as your legs squeeze together, bend the knees, try to keep your torso upright best you can. Go slow, make the motion smooth, come down with control all the way down to sitting on your heels. Once you're down, both hands to the floor. Turn your knees to the right side. And let's take the twist, left hand down, inhale the right arm high. With the exhale, bring that right elbow past your left thigh. Now lengthen out your spine, open your chest to the front as far as you can. The twist is good enough, you can stay here if you're gonna balance it. Right hand down, left hand sets in line with the right. Grip the floor, look forward, shoulders forward as the elbows bend, and maybe lift your hips. See about lifting the right foot, maybe left as well. Take it to whatever variation you like. And then go ahead and move through your Vinyasa when you're ready. Once you find your down dog, take a moment, paddle out. Let's take all that to the other side. When you're ready from down dog, take an inhale. With the exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale to stand and reach us up high. And with the exhale, sink back into chair. Put the weight to your heels, bend your knees, and bring your hips down low. Now again, be aware of your stance. Feet within, hips with distance. Big toes and knees towards center, belly pulled in. Look forward, reach high through the shoulders, stretch long through your fingertips. Just keep the arms up and lift your toes. Now go back and forth, roll this forward, bring your heels up high. You're still in chair. Set the heels down. Bring it forward again, lift your heels. And then set your heels down. One more time forward, bring the heels up high. Set the heels down. You're still in chair. Keep the heels down, maybe bend further into the knees. And let's take a vertical twist. Take an inhale. With the exhale, left arm back, right arm forward, open up to your left side. Inhale back to center, reach us up high. Exhale, twist again, left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale to center, arms up high. Exhale one more time, left arm back, right arm forward, and hold. Now take a half bind, left arm behind your back, palm face away, pull that shoulder back. Hinge from the hips, right arm comes past your left thigh. You're still in chair. Now you can come down lower if you like, but keep that left shoulder pulled back, look over your left shoulder, keep the legs squeezing toward each other, and just breathe. If you want to take it deeper, focus the weight on the left foot, maybe lift the right heel. Maybe hover the right foot, but keep your legs squeezing toward each other. Take an inhale. Exhale, release. Both hands down, right foot steps back, low lunge. Now from your low lunge into that horizon lunge. Right hand's your base, roll to the outside edge of the right foot. Slide your left foot back so you can set it down flat. Sink the right hip low, left arm reaches toward the back of the mat. Up and down. Inhale, reaches forward, raise the hips. Exhale, sink back down. Inhale, reach and raise again. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach and raise one more time. Now stay here. Stretch that left arm long, gaze up high, press into your left foot, maybe lift the right up off the floor. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, turn to center. Left hand down, left foot between your hands, low lunge. Take a look at your low lunge. Feet about hips width distance, 2 separate tracks, right heels up behind. Hands to your hips. With an inhale, bring your torso all the way upright. Now pull the right hip forward, left hip back, keep your spine tall. And then bring your hands behind your head, interlace the fingers. Palms open, elbows wide, pull the shoulders back, keep your chest open, stay tall through your spine. Let's take it to the back leg, take an inhale here. With the exhale, dip low into the right knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower. Inhale, straighten. Now exhale, lower, stay low, hover the knees, stay tall, look forward. And then pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. On one hold. Now lean to the left foot. Bring your right foot forward, one pace behind the left. And again, we're taking that pyramid stance. So about 3 feet front to back, still hips width distance side to side. Both feet flat, right foot to the angles to the side, 45 degrees or so. Keep your legs straight, left hip back, right hip forward, stay tall through your spine. And then take an inhale, draw your shoulders back, open your chest, gaze high. With the exhale, curl in. Wrap the arms around your head, round the back of your neck, chin to chest, and keep rounding, upper back, mid back, pull your belly in as you get to the low spine. Now maybe as you hinge from the hips, you can bend that left knee. So don't strain your back, but round as much as you can. Your head's coming toward the left knee. Belly touches your left thigh, take it down low. And then come back up the opposite way. So pulling through your belly. Restack from the lumbar spine to the mid back. Upper back, chest open, elbows wide, look forward. And then once you're up, left arm reaches down, right arm reaches high. Now keep your core engaged, keep your spine long, take an inhale. With the exhale, hinge from the hips, come down toward halfway. No lower, maybe a little bit higher. Left hip back, right hip forward, keep your gaze forward. And then keep the engagement here, but switch out the arms. Left arm forward, right arm back. Switch with the right arm forward. Switch again, left arm forward. Switch again, right arm forward. Switch it out, left arm forward. One more time, right arm forward and hold. Now left arm behind your back, half bind. Bring that right arm past your left leg. You can bend the left knee, but draw your left shoulder back. Bring your gaze up high. Try to keep your spine parallel to the floor again, and keep breathing. Now as you hold the twist, if you want to take it even further, you can sweep that left arm forward, reach past the front of the mat and over your left ear. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, bring yourself upright. Square everything forward, hands to your hips. Put the weight to the left foot. Come forward with your right knee high. Dig into the left big toe. Slow your breathing down. Find your balance here. And when you're ready, line the right knee with the left and reach back with your left hand. So dance with your reverse grip. Once you find the inside edge of the right foot, kick into your hand, line up your knees. You can stay here. If you're going to go further, right arm high with the palm forward. Now further still, kick into that left hand and lean against the tension of the kick. Draw your left shoulder forward, help lift the right knee. And keep looking forward, just come down as deep as you're able. And then slowly, let's bring this all back upright. Hands to your hips, right knee lifted for just a moment. And then switch it out. Set your right foot down. Bring your left knee up high. Find your balance on the right foot. Now once you're ready, line the left knee up with the right. Reach back again with your left hand. So dance with the standard grip here. Find the inside edge of the left foot. And then kick in your hand, line up your knees. If you're going to go further, right arm high with the palm forward. Kick into the left hand and lean against the tension of the kick. Draw that left shoulder forward to lift the left knee. Keep your gaze forward. Keep breathing. And then slowly, with an inhale, let's bring this all the way upright. Hands to your hips, left knee lifted for just a moment. Set the left foot down next to the right. Now stand this up tall, legs together, hands behind your head. Interlace the fingers, palms open, elbows wide, shoulders pulled back. And then lift up onto your toes, bring the heels up high. Take it slow, keep your spine tall, bend the knees. And move smoothly, take it down light. And come all the way down to sitting on your heels. Try to stay upright the whole way. Once you're down, both hands to the floor. Now turn your knees over to the left side in that toe squat. Right hand stays down. With an inhale, reach your left arm high. And then with the exhale, twist. Left elbow presses to your right thigh. Now open your chest as far to the front of the mat as you can. Breathe here. This is good enough. If you're going to balance it, left palm down. Right hand lines up with the left. Look forward, shoulders forward. Bend the elbows toward you to lift your feet. Take this to where you like again. Woo! I'm kind of losing it here, all right? And then take it through another vinyasa when you're ready. And we'll take this into half pigeon. So once you're ready, with an inhale, raise your right leg high behind you. Exhale, bring it forward. Right knee behind your right wrist, right ankle somewhere behind the left. Now bring your left knee down, flatten the left foot, pull the left hip forward, keep it in line with the right. Sink your weight straight down and look for at least some of that stretch on the right side, outer hip or toward the glutes. Now you can just sit this upright, good enough. If you want a deeper extension, you can move toward a back bend. And if you want to settle in, you come down, the elbows maybe melt down all the way. Just take it to where you need to right now and just breathe into this. Now from here, if your hands are forward, walk them back into center. We're going to take another stretch. So lower yourself onto the right hip. Swing your left leg forward. We're going to take a Janu Shasana setup here. So the left leg is extended and the right knee's bent. Sole the right foot as high up in the left inner thigh as you're comfortable with. And let's take a moment, sit this up tall. We're going to take this as a side bend today. So go ahead and turn. Open your chest toward the right knee. Reach your arms out wide in line with your left leg. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, left forearm down inside your left leg. Sweep the right arm across and reach for your left big toe. Now gaze up toward the ceiling. Stretch this out long, right shoulder above the left. And if you touch the toe, that's great. And if you don't, just keep reaching. Now, if you want to take this further, press the left arm into the left leg. You can always bend that left knee if you need to. And try to rotate your chest open toward the ceiling as you're stretching long through that right arm. Just breathe here. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just slowly release this. Bring yourself back up, right? And then go ahead, cross at the ankles, roll forward your hands, step back to down dog. Let's take all that on the other side. So once you're ready here, with an inhale, raise your left leg high. Exhale, bring it to half pigeon. Left knee behind your left wrist, left ankle somewhere behind the right. Flatten the right foot, straighten the right leg, pull the right hip forward, sink your left hip down. And again, just take a moment to see that your hips are still squared. Find at least some of that stretch in the outer left hip or toward the glutes. Now you can stay here with your spine toward upright. You can always go deep if you want the back bend. You can melt down to the elbows. You can come down all the way, but take it to where you need to. All right, and again from here, if your hands are forward, walk them back in towards center. When they're close enough, lower yourself to the left hip, swing your right leg forward. And let's take that Jana Shasana set up on this side. So right leg extended, left knee bent. Sole the left foot in the inner right thigh. Again, just sit that up as high as you're comfortable with. Now turn, open your chest toward the left knee, reach your arms out wide in line with your right leg. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, bring that right forearm down inside the right leg. Sweep the left arm across, reach for the right big toe. Now the right knee can stay bent, and that's fine. But keep stretching that left arm long. Maybe touch a toe, maybe not, but keep reaching. To go further, press the right arm into the right leg. Rotate your chest toward the ceiling as you're stretching that left arm long, and just breathe here. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release this. Bring yourself back up, right? And then go ahead, bend into both knees and bring yourself all the way down onto your back, however you need to. Now, once you're down, draw your knees into your chest and just squeeze everything down for a moment. Let's take it to happy baby. Reach between the knees. Take hold of the outside edges of your feet. Stack your ankles above your knees. Now pull down on both sides. Draw the knees down toward the floor outside your ribs. Press your feet back up into your hands at the same time and just keep the tension working both up and down. Now try to flatten your spine, sink your tailbone toward the floor. You can rock this side to side if you want to take it further. Further still, you can extend your legs out against your grip. And then finally, from wherever you are, take a deep inhale here. Draw it down as much as you can. And then with the exhale, just release. Extend your legs out fully. Lay your arms at your sides. Open up your palms toward the ceiling. And just let your eyes close here and let your body sink down into the mat. Now when you're ready here, start to move again bit by bit, fingers and toes. Move your arms and legs. And then go stretch it out long. Take an inhale, reach your arms out past your head. And then start to draw it all back in. Bring the elbows toward your chest, bring your knees up as well. And then just take your time. Find your way up to a comfortable seat. And then ground yourself into the mat, stack your spine. Bring your hands up to heart center. Take a deep inhale here, hold on to the top. And then just let everything go. I thank everyone for joining class this evening. Namaste.